Good morning to you. Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. Back up here in the mountains. Whew, I love it. I love it. You actually see my breath on this video. That's how cold it is up here. Snow on the ground, but I love it. And in this house right here, in this mountain home, is where probably our puppy's going to spend the majority of its time. This is where it will be housebroken. For sure, here and in our home in Memphis. But undoubtedly, a lot of time will be spent here in these mountains. It's a great place to raise a puppy. I can go into town if I want to, and I can get out of town if I want to, and expose the dog to many things and do it very safely here. Okay, but today I really want to talk to you just a little bit about the crates, because I've been kind of getting a little bit of pushback on using crates. That's not unusual. Been getting that kind of pushback for about 30 years now because people just can't get over the fact that they own an animal. They really and truly think they own a little person in a fur coat. And because of that, there's just some hang up about using a crate. But I'm here to tell you, a crate is one of the most important tools you can possibly own for owning a puppy that has to live inside your home, your condo, your townhome, in the city, even out here. There's zero chance I'm going to let that puppy just run around loose out here. That's the quickest way I know for it to get snatched up by a coyote. A little pack of them ran by here last night. They're all over this place up here. Not to mention other stray dogs who would love to eat my little puppy. There's a lot of things that can go wrong out here in the wild. So you got to take advantage of equipment that we have available today to keep your puppy safe and to also keep you sane. So I kind of want to go over a little study. And I went over this on a radio show that I did about a year ago. And I just want to kind of harp on it just one more time because you really have to get over it. And one of the reasons why is when you get this puppy, if you already have it and if you're just about to get one like we are, my life's not coming to a halt because I got that puppy. It's not. Life will go on. I still have work to do. There's laundry to be done. There's meals to be cooked. There's a lot of you people working from your home. There's kids getting picked up from school if they're going to school. Life goes on even though you have a puppy, and that means you need to go take care of business. You need to proceed on with life. So now if you don't put your dog in a crate, what are you going to do with it? Where is it going to be when you leave your home? You need to really, really, really think about that. Do you have young children in the house? Can they puppy-proof that house? Keep your puppy safe. Keep it from harming itself. And not to mention, again, we're on housebreaking. It will take you forever. And again, I get it. There's the exception to the rule. There's always a bunch of you dog whisperers out there. You people seem to be able to have the gift of just everything you do just turns into not just gold, but platinum. I get it. I'm not that way. It doesn't happen to me. All the lessons I've learned in life, the lessons that I really remember, the ones that stick with me the greatest, caused me a lot of sorrow and pain. And I just don't want you guys to go through that, and that's why I'm doing this for you. Don't do it. Get a darn crate. Now again, let me kind of just go over a little study with you. This study was done by the Department of Animal Science at the University of Milan in Italy in conjunction with the School of Veterinary Medicine at the University of Montreal, Canada, and the School of Veterinary Medicine in Quebec, Canada, and it was done in 2010. So yeah, it's 10 years old, but it doesn't matter how long have dogs been evolving from today's extant wolf. It doesn't matter. In this study, the purpose was to determine variability in temporal distribution of puppy behavior when home and alone during the first few months following adoption. That's what they're talking about, puppies that you bring home right off the bat. So they studied it over a period of 1 month, then 2 months, then 3 months, and they tested 32 puppies ranging from 7 weeks of age to 16 weeks of age. And here's what they found out. Most of the puppies spent their time when they were left alone exhibiting passive behavior. Just passive behaviors, kind of kicking back a little bit there, kind of passive. Puppies vocalized an average of 2.7 to 6 minutes when separated from their owners, with the most being the youngest individuals, almost the most recently adopted. So the youngest puppies and the ones most recently adopted spent the majority of time vocalizing, but only for 2.7 minutes to 6 minutes. And that was really it. 15 of the puppies were caged and the others were outside of the cage. And this is really important. Puppies kept outside the crates did not separate into two groups. In other words, the puppies in the crates and the puppies kept outside the crates were not separated into two groups, but instead were grouped together, indicating similar behavior. So again, those puppies who were left to roam around loose in a home exhibit the exact same behaviors as the puppies in the crates. They didn't separate them into two groups because there wasn't enough of a difference. Okay, that's important. There wasn't that much of a difference. But there's a heck of a lot of difference when it comes to housebreaking and safety. And then it goes on. Only 3 out of 32 were characterized by stress-related behaviors, such as lip licking and vocalization. These behaviors decreased over time, with mean duration of only about 1.5 minutes by the time they were 2 months into it. Yeah, first of all, only 3 out of 32, and even they decreased their stress to only 1.5 minutes of vocalization over a 2-month period. The results of the study show that even if some of the puppies showed stress-related behaviors, these behaviors did not persist over time. And why? Because they learned. Yes, when a puppy is isolated from its mother, that is danger. That's got survival value. You've got to cry out so that you can be rediscovered. That's a phylogenetic trait in dogs. Comes from wolves. If a wolf cub is separated from its mother, it needs to cry out because I need you to keep me safe and keep me with nourishment and provide for me. However, here's the deal. When paired with a sibling, wolf cubs never cry out. They never cry out. They only cry out when they get separated from their sibling. So if the two siblings are separated from mom because mom had to go get groceries, they don't cry out. They're wild animals. Your puppy, if it's there at the house, it will cry out when you first put it in a crate. Get used to it. I already asked Kara this morning, do you have any of those earplugs that you use in case I'm snoring? Do you have any of those? Yeah, I got some in case you're snoring. I'm getting ready for it. I'm preparing. Yeah, puppy, cry out. I get it. I can tell the difference between cry out because I'm in pain. I'm in physical pain, but there's nothing going to be in that crate that's going to hurt you. You will cry out, but you will learn very quickly, like these puppies did, through your own self-discovery, that I come back. We do come back. We do take care of you. And they learned this. This is an adaptation. Remember, we are all given the biology to overcome stress. Mild to moderate transient stress, and that's exactly what this will be. We were all given the ability to flexibly deal with our eco niche, to flexibly deal with it, to take on adaptations that work for us, not work against us. They will learn that. You just got to put them in a position to learn that. You just got to get over that heartache of yours. You just got to do it. I'm telling you, if you do it, you'll be fine. The puppy will be fine. I promise you, it will be. Okay? They go on to say in here, it serves to, when the puppy cries out, of course, it serves to help reunite the puppy with its mother and other conspecifics if they become lost. I get it. Same thing. If I become lost out here, I fall in a 20-foot hole out here in the mountains, I'm probably going to start yelling. Hello? Anyone out there? I'm in a hole and I can't get out of the hole. I really would like to be reunited with something warm, something to eat, and somebody to get me out of here. That makes sense. But if I fell in a hole and someone came right up to me within minutes and said, hey, just so you know, when people fall in holes around here, alarm buzzers go off all over the place and we'll come get you. Okay, I'm good. Okay, fall in a hole, I'm not going to cry out. I'll just wait a few seconds and someone will show up. We're smart. We're smart enough to get through this kind of stuff here. And then one last thing I want to put, tendency to protest vocally when isolated tends to peak around 6 to 9 weeks of age and then decrease significantly for all the puppies in the test. And it goes on, one of the scientists goes on to write, he believes that gradual conditioning to a confined area, such as a crate, can actually help alleviate anxiety associated with owner departure. And again, and what that scientist was alluding to was the fact that these crates are dens. If you make them the way I told you, solid wall crate. If you have a wire kennel, I broke out my little pad here today. Okay, so if I can get my pin out of it. Preparation. Kind of like old Boy Scouts there, be prepared. Okay, we can't overcome this. There we go. All right, first problem of the day solved. I'm off to a good start. Way to go. No Monday gonna get me. Okay, so here's your wire kennel. Remember I told you, I didn't draw a bunch of wires on, so let me just put some wires on so everybody kind of gets it right here. Okay, me, if I own one of these, this is all I own, this is all I can acquire from a store, I'm not buying a whole new kennel. Here's what I'm going to do. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to lay something over the top of it, maybe some 2x4s, maybe a big old sheet of plywood or something like that over the top. You're going to secure this to that kennel so they don't come falling off, and then you're going to drape that big old blanket right over that. And what that will do effectively is give it about a 2-inch standoff from the sides of your kennel. So your puppy can't reach out there with that pointy little muzzle or whatever kind of muzzle it has, where it's flat muzzle, where it's pointed. I don't care if they reach out there with their paw. They can't reach out there and snatch that blanket and yank it inside and start chewing on it. And again, I get that you want to entertain yourself, but I'm worried about ingestion of that material. So just put something on top that will give it about 2-inch standoff from the side. Drape it over there, cover that thing, and only have a tiny little peephole here in the front, tiny little peephole. Rest of that thing should be pitch black dark. Because again, what does that do for your dog? It provides your dog with that sense that I am protected, that den. I don't know why I feel like that. I just do feel like that because that is what my ancestors felt like when they were in that hole. That was about my safety. I cannot be attacked from the back, from the top, from the bottom, from the sides. You want me, you got to come in the front. At least I'll be aware of it. Guys, cover it up. Make it a den. This is why. This is science. I didn't make up that study. That study is perfectly available for you to go read on your own. And that's not just one. I've got many more on march right here in front of you. It's been studied over and over and over again, and the results are the exact same every time any sort of decent study is done. Yes, puppies do stress when initially left alone. I told you in the other video 2 days ago, it's about isolation. It's not about the darn box. I mean, it's just a smaller room in the house. That's all it is. It's just a smaller room. It's about being separated from you. Yeah, I'm going to cry out. I can't help but cry out. My puppy will cry out. But then my puppy will learn I come back. You don't need to cry out. In fact, once they learn that, they actually don't want to cry out for another reason. Because if I cry out, I can also be discovered by a different set of parents. Maybe grizzly parents. Maybe Wolverine parents. Maybe other things that want to eat me, not mom and dad. Rely on it. Nature's good. She'll teach you. She'll teach your pup as well. Okay, and then if you've really got one last little hang up, okay, let me just pose one more thing to you. If you still got another hang up on this thing, got a baby? Had a baby in recent times? Got one right now? When you got to do laundry, you got to go take a shower, you got things to do, what do you do with your baby? Huh? Pen? Playpen? Crib? Cradle? Okay. Not to get super technical here, but that would be a box. That would be a pen. That would be called containment. And what do babies do when they're isolated from mama? They cry. At some point, they cry. How many of you've had a baby? Maybe the new generation doesn't do this, but I'll tell you what, when I was a kid growing up, there was a baby. I remember my sister. My sister's 10 years my junior. I definitely remember my mother saying, just let her cry herself to sleep. Yeah, I remember that. I remember implementing that when our children were young. Yeah, just let them cry themselves to sleep. I'm a parent. I got instinct. I can tell the difference between my child's in danger and my child just wants me. I get it. Learn. There are separations in this life. So I don't care how you have to look at it. The crate is an indispensable tool. If you use it, you will keep your puppy safe. You will lower the anxiety in your puppy when being left alone. And you will get through this housebreaking thing in no time. No time at all. You will get through it. So guys, go read what you need to read. But be careful about surfing the internet. If you surf that darn thing long enough, you will come up with the answer that you wish. And then we all get the dog we deserve. But in this case here, this thing is so young. It depends upon you making the correct decisions for it. I just worry about that puppy getting the owner it deserves. Crate time, baby. Get it done. Tomorrow we're going to wrap up this housebreaking. We're going to talk about feeding schedules and what you need to, how you need to shift that clock a little bit, about how fast canned food goes through your dog or fresh food. versus kibble. We're going to talk about pee pads and potty pads, whatever you want to use in your home. And a couple of last few little pointers I want to put out there. And then you're going to have the same knowledge as me. And then we're just going to have to get after it together. And we'll get this thing done and get through it. And it will not be the bane of my experience with my dog. No way. Pain, yes. Bane, no. Get her done. You're going to do the same thing. Okay, guys, so that's it for crate training. Make sure you use one. Go get one. Cover it up. If you got a wire one, you'll be good to go. I'll check with you guys tomorrow. Enjoy your day. Whew, getting warm over here by this fire. Needs to check. Make sure I know where I'm standing when I'm doing these videos. Whew. Take care, guys.